Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's talk Summer Wells talk. New channel. I'm out by the water watching the ducks. Watching the ducks. Wait for a few people to come on and then we'll get started. I got some new information about Summer Wells. Starting a new channel, trying to build this up. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, I recommend you do it. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. I still have my other channels. I'm just trying to build this channel, trying to diversify. Heard some horror stories from a couple of my friend creators that lost their entire channels. I had two creators that had tens of thousands of subscribers, and they recently lost their channels due to content, reporting kind of similar to my style and what I do. And that concerned me a little bit. So I was like, all right, well, let me diversify and start a new channel just in case I lose any of the other channels I have. You know how it works. I'm sure some of you guys do the same thing. You never put your eggs in one basket, right? So we got some ducks over there. There's a duck and a little duckies, right? I watch them. They're kind of cute. There's probably this one had about 10 ducks, little duckies, and they actually, in back of my house, which is right up there, right along the back of my house, they gave birth. And it was so amazing that a couple days later, after giving birth, these little duckies start walking down here and they go right into the water, and they're already swimming. Amazing how they're swimming. No, there's no gators. I live in a bay. There's no gators here. I never seen any. I never seen no gators or crocodiles. I see turtles. I see fish. People come around here and fish all the time and stuff like this. This is my backyard, by the way. So in case you guys don't know, I do live on the water. I'm tremendously, as this cup says, blessed. Wow, I got 39 people on. So a lot of you guys been following me and following over to my channel. So I appreciate you guys coming over here. I'm going to be posting on here. I don't know, for the next few months, I'll build up this channel. And then once this channel is built up solid, I'll go back to the other channels and I'll kind of just like flop around and jump around, to different channels. Again, I had two friends that I don't want to say their names, but they were two creators. They've been around on YouTube for the last, since 2012, and just within the last few weeks, they both lost their channel. One had like 35,000 subs and another one had 20,000 subs, and they didn't really do anything to violate community standards. They were just posting news-related content, and YouTube struck their channel out and took their channel. And, that concerned me, because if you're building a portfolio and you're building a channel for viewers to view your content and they just take away, that concerns me. So that's why I started a new channel, and I'll be posting more here. So I hope everyone's going good. A lot of you guys give me feedback and positive, prayers and vibes, and I read your comments. And, a lot of you guys said I should, engage with you guys more and share and interact with the comments and interact with you people, leaving me recommendations and insight and stuff like that. Definitely open to feedback. Always trying to improve the way it is. But let's talk about Summer Wells, right? So I haven't given up on Summer Wells, though I have seen a lot of people give up on Summer Wells because I see no one is really posting anything new. No one is really posting any type of new content. It's just their theories and speculations, and the ones that are throwing up theories and speculations, to me, haven't even ever been up there to really know. They've just been behind the computer following this case and stuff like that, which is good. But I think any creator that has big followings that have been following the Summer Wells case, I think it's imperative that they go there at least one time to see the area, to kind of get a visual idea, because it's totally different when you go there in person than it is what you see over the computer. I will say that. It is just that you have to go there to see for yourself, and then you can almost determine right away that no kidnapping happened and Summer did not wander off. Though it is thick woods and brush and everything like that, no. But anyway, the reason for this video today is talking about Walgreens, right? Walgreens on June 15th, right? We know Grandma had issues with her knee. She went to the hospital there to get a shot, pain shot for her knee, and then those errands were done, went to the swimming hole, Summer. And then afterward, now we still don't know for a fact that grandma was at that swimming hole or not. You know, she talks about it. She talked about it to WJHL a few months ago, and it didn't seem like she really was there, but who knows? I didn't really hear it out of Hunter's mouth that in fact she was there. But she was in the area after the swimming hole. Seems like grandma got picked up, and then they went to Walgreens to pick up grandma's medication. As we heard Hunter say, the chain of events, Candace said it too, went to the Sonic to get slushies, went to the Price List to go grocery shopping, drop Hunter off, and then what happens after that? So with the Walgreens, I do have some information. I posted another video on this channel a few days ago. I do have a contact that works at that Walgreens. I will not say the position. Walgreens, you know, you can be the clerk there, you could be the pharmacist, you could be the janitor, you could be, you know, just someone that stocks shelves. You know, they have multiple employees, but I am in contact with one who let me know a little bit about what went down that day, June 15th, 2021. The day Summer was reported missing, we heard that Grandma, Hunter, and Candace and Summer in the vehicle went to pick up grandma's medications. I was told it was through the drive-through. A lot of us already know that. But there is some new information that was not previously revealed about that day. That was presented to me from an employee that told me a little bit about what went down. Reason being, the authorities, the TBI, actually went to Walgreens to interview people at that Walgreens. I think that happened a week after Summer went missing. They said about a week after they were, you know, TBI and authorities went to the Walgreens to question people about, you know, behaviors of Candace and grandma, though they were in the drive-through. But what happened in the drive-through, what I'm told was happened through the drive-through, was grandma, believe it or not, when she went to the hospital and she got her medications, she got one particular that she picked up. I will not say what it is. I posted a video on my other channel about it. I'll just say that it starts with the letters HA. She went to pick up that medication, but believe it or not, grandma thought she was picking up another type of medication that day, and that medication was not available. The pharmacist only had that one medication for her, and grandma snapped. Grandma started yelling at the pharmacist through the drive-through window. Where's my other medication? No, I was told I was going to get this. I need to get this. I'm in pain. I need to get this medication. Where's this medication? And started getting into an argument with the pharmacist. And then the pharmacist, you know, saying, I'm sorry, you know, we only have one in the system right now. No, you're going to find out my medication right now. And a big argument, you know, went on for 5 minutes about grandma not receiving another type of medication that, you know, she thought she was getting when she went to the hospital. And with that, then, you know, she was huffing and puffing, and then they drove off. So what does that mean? Is that relevant? I think it could be a possibility. I say this because I know a lot of us are in positions in life where we go to the pharmacy and we want to see if a certain medication is ready for pickup, and it's not, or it's not in their system or whatnot. We think we go to the doctor and the doctor writes a script for medication, and then that medication is, you know, when we go to pick up that script, there's nothing in the system, you know. And then how do you feel when that happens? Because, you know, it happened to me before, and when that happens, I get irritable. I get upset. I'm like, man, you know, and I have to, you know, go back home or go on my cell phone, start calling the doctor, asking, hey, where's my meds? I just went to the pharmacist. They're saying it's not there. Where are my meds? Where are my meds? You know, particularly if it's pain medication or something to alleviate pain. We know grandma had a pain. So what I'm saying is, I think grandma, according to this employee that told me went down, I think grandma was expecting more medications and a different type of medication than it wasn't, but she didn't get it. She didn't get her medication, so she was just becoming hostile and taking it out on the pharmacist through the drive-through, you know. And the pharmacists just do their job. They see something in the system and they fill the medications based off that, and that's it. So apparently she didn't get her medications. Now why Candace, grandma, would think that she's getting medications now when she originally went there to do the fill, I don't know. Did she know ahead of time, you know, that it wasn't there? I don't know. I don't know much more details about it, and I don't know what the medication was. I don't know what the medication was that she was supposed to get. But, according to the employee, that she left there very hostile. So you can imagine, hostile, getting the medications. What's your attitude for the rest of the day? Are you going to be pissed off because, put yourself in her shoes and put yourself in your own shoes. If you went to the store or you went to a pharmacist to go get medications, and if certain medication wasn't there, particularly if you were dependent or you wanted it. I know that, the Walgreens that they go to in Kingsport is like a 25-mile drive from their home. There's not really any pharmacies in between their homes. So imagine not you going out and getting your medication, a certain one that you can't get, and then that medication's not there, and then you home. You're just gonna have an attitude. You're gonna have an attitude all day. You're gonna just be full. You might even still be in pain. And of course, we heard that, after that, they went to get slushies. They went to the priceless store. The employee tells me they were in there for a long time, longer than what Candace said. Candace said, oh yeah, we were just buying some milk and cheese. We were only in there for 5 minutes. But, the employee told me straight up, they were in there for over 30 minutes. And Hunter even said in his interview with Chris McDonough that, they were in there, for up to an hour. Definitely longer than 5 minutes. Racks of groceries, drop Hunter off, go home. But the fact that Candace didn't get her medications, do you think that's a problem? Like she held some attitude and she was irritable, and maybe, I'm coming into speculation at this point. You got Candace admitting that they went in the home and separated groceries, and Summer and the boys go over to Grandma's trailer to give her groceries. Do you think Grandma snapped or had some sort of, was mad because she didn't get the certain medication she was supposed to get when she was at the pharmacy, and took it out on Summer, or took an attitude out on Summer, or something like that? I'm just speculating at that point, but I do find it interesting that Grandma was hostile and her attitude was bad that day. It wasn't the nice grandma that, we think a grandmother would be. Very, very mad that she didn't get her medications. So that's the news I wanted to bring to you guys. I think it is important. It might be relevant, might not, but it's new information and it was given to me. Now, y'all can go fact check that, and you all could, get your sources and contact the pharmacy if you want. I'm not telling you to do either or. I'm just saying, if you guys don't believe me, call the pharmacist and try to befriend one of the pharmacy people, or try to befriend one of the employees at the Walgreens, because that's what I've been doing with this case. If you notice, every business that Candace and Summer and Grandma and Hunter was affiliated with or done business and commerce with that day, June 15, 2021, I've been contacting and speaking to them, and some of them I still continue to speak with, believe it or not. I'm not going to reveal sources because I want to keep these sources from these individuals, and also protect their, privacy, because I don't want them to be subject to, harassment. But you guys are more than welcome to contact whoever you want, try to find out more details on this, or, try to corroborate it, because the corroboration is, paints a big picture. I'm just hearing one side, it might not even be true. This employee could be lying to me too, totally out lying. I'm not making it up. Because, I have the conversation recorded, as backup. Maybe I will release it, but I'm not making it up that an employee at that Walgreens that they went to has told me that information. So that's how it is. Where's Summer Wells? What happened to her? I noticed that, again, there's not a lot of content coming out here on the Summer Wells case anymore. I really don't see anything new. It's just a wait. Just a wait and see. And the only thing I see new is, Tim Mullen releasing these letters. And let me tell you something about these letters. Again, we've already debunked this. That's not Don Writing's handwriting. We know that Don Wells didn't write that. That letter that came out the other day, supposedly from Don Wells thanking all the donors, that wasn't Don Wells' letter. And I can tell you why it wasn't Don Wells' letter, because it was omitted with the Sun that's been writing articles. Christopher Ebert, I think his name is Christopher Ebert, who Tim Mullen, the Wells media manager, has been corresponding with it, omitted that it was proofread for handwritten writing before the letter was released. That shows me that the letter was brought to Tim Mullen, and Tim Mullen rewrote it in his own handwriting to fix all the grammar errors and everything like that. Then they released it. I mean, that's an out. That's a way to say, hey, Don Wells for a fact did not write those letters. didn't write those letters. So, that wasn't Don Wells' handwriting. Tim is a little sneaky and crafty. It's kind of weird that the media has said as if Don Wells wrote those letters. He didn't write those letters. Letters were written for him. Could have been his own words on another letter that was just transcribed onto new paper, new material, and thrown out. But they're definitely on a PR campaign to change their ways. Hey, there was another content creator I just saw the other day. It was yesterday. It was some guy. He doesn't really have a big following, but he called the Hawkins County sheriffs twice in a row to get information about Don Wells being in solitary confinement and Don Wells, his conditions in jail and whatnot. And two sheriff deputies or the correctional officer employees were talking to this guy, and he called them back and back. That's what needs to be done. That's the type of grassroots activism that needs to be done to get information, because I know he talked to one of them, Sergeant Smith, and Sergeant Smith was the same individual I called when I was inquiring about Don Wells's release date, and Sergeant Smith didn't want to tell me on the phone what his release date was until I verified that I was in fact a journalist, and then I sent my credentials in an email, and then they responded back to me with the email, even though it is public information. But this other guy calls and asks about Don Wells being in SEG, and Don Wells, when he gets breakfast and what time breakfast gets served or whatnot. That's what needs to be done when you want information about this case. You start calling these places and chip at it. And not only did he call once, but he called twice, back to back. He called once, got one officer to give a little information, then he waited for shift change, and then he called back and got another officer to give a little bit of more information, though Sergeant Smith was very reluctant to give a lot of information out. The other guy did. He was in a hurry. It was some dude. But that was a good video. That was a good video about the SEG that Don Wells is in. He is in solitary confinement. He does not have access to other inmates. I believe that he's in there 24 hours a day. I believe the only time he comes out is to either use the phone, law library, take a shower, and maybe do an hour of rec 5 days a week, where you go into another area. You get let out in cuffs and stuff like that. But he's not mingling around with other inmates. He's in solitary. So when does Don Wells get out? The Wells media manager, Tim Mullen, insists that Don Wells is going to get out before his scheduled release date, October 30th, 2022. October 30th. He thinks he's going to get out in the next 30 days, 30 to 90 days. I mean, that's according to what they've been putting out, the propaganda they've been putting out. Is that true? I don't know. And then if Don Wells gets out, then what? Then what's going to happen there? But there's not much more information we can, get unless we start making these calls, unless we start chipping away. Otherwise, we just speculate and we don't get nowhere. We just wait and see. I like being an activist. I like investigating. I like making the calls. I like sending out the emails. I like setting out the open records requests. I try to find some information, some new information, and then get more information from you guys, which then I go dig into that information, and try to paint a picture and everything like that. I have a whole chart and graph about every meticulous detail about this case. I mean, it's what investigative reporting does. That's how it should be done. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Thanks for anyone that's jumping on this. You probably see and you're like, whoa, a different channel. Subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be on this channel, and I'm also Summer Wells searches are coming up. I don't want to say when, and I don't want to say where yet. I did areas, but I don't want to say specifically, out of just to protect our safety, protect our sources, protect again, out there, I'm not saying it's a violent world out there in Beech Creek, but it is, there is no phone service, and there is some hostile people, and there's some people that don't like reporting on this case. So you got to safety first, not about clicks and views, and I'm not going to sit there and put my safety and the people around me lives in jeopardy for trying to find answers. If people know we're up in the area at a specific time, they may be trying to gun for us. We've heard about what happened to Doug from Northport, the wonderful YouTuber that's down there in South Florida, filming away, and he gets attacked, by another YouTuber and stuff like that. I definitely don't want no problems with any other YouTubers, and I definitely don't want any problems with any locals in the area at all. Peaceful. But I think the majority of the people even the local residents are on our side when it comes to Don and Candace Wells. They really are on our side, and they just want answers. They want this to end. They want the nightmare to end. They just want Summer found. The consensus with everybody is we want Summer found. We just want Summer found. That is the consensus with everybody. And, you know, we're trying our best to make that happen. I am trying hard, and, you know, I'm doing my methods and tactics. It's just a combination of different things that I do to try to bring awareness to this case. Obviously, it's results because a lot of you guys are subscribing and follow my tactics and stuff and appreciate it and give me feedback, thumbs up, and prayers. And I do appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all you guys. So I'll be coming on more about this. I just wanted to say hello today. Good morning. I am Team Summer. I see you everywhere. God bless you. I see some of the familiar subscribers on my other channel that are on here. God bless you guys, and you guys are great. You guys are great. Keep me informed of what's going on. Keep me informed of the latest. I am paying attention to the latest. You know, I'm forever scouring YouTube, forever scouring Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, all the different groups. We have a group that an admin in, you know, Find Summer Wells, Summer Wells Missing in Tennessee group. We have 20-something thousand members. It's very active. It's still active. It probably gives you the most up-to-date information about the Summer Wells case, you know, and anyone's more than welcome to join our group. We're just constantly brainstorming. People that are centered around that case are in our group. Locals from Rogersville are in our group. We even have law enforcement from that area in our group and everything like that. First responders from that area in our group. Got a lot of people that just care for Summer, and we are going to figure out what happened. It's very hot here in Florida. This is very refreshing on a hot day. It's like the 90s, you know, it's upper 90s. I don't know where it is, where you guys are. Some of my subscribers are probably from overseas, so it might be morning, it might be evening time. You know, I just hope everyone had a great weekend, and, you know, we're approaching, it's August, right? It's August. Today's first day, August is the 31st or the 1st, but it's a new month, new opportunities for all of us. You know, hopefully some answers happen this, you know, soon. You know, I still support Sheriff's Office of Ronnie Lawson TBI, but definitely growing impatient. I might have to do a segment on that, about the feelings towards law enforcement when it comes to this case and everything like that. So, no, I got a boat. I could take that boat. It's like a rowboat. I could take that boat right into here. Then I do speedboats come in from over there, and then, you know, it wakes me. I actually almost fell out of my boat before, whatever like that. So, anything else, anybody, before I sign off for the day? But I'm definitely gonna be back here very more often with updates. Hopefully that information that I gave you about the medication at the thing, why was grandma irritable, if that was true, did that have any factor into Summer Wells going missing? I think everything is relevant, particularly since we analyzed everything to a T from that day. You know, we're analyzing everything. And where is Hunter? Where's Hunter? I actually put a note on Hunter's door, well, Allie's door in Kingsport, I've offered them money for an interview, literally, because I have more questions. You know, watching that Chris McDonough interview of Hunter, I have a lot of follow-up questions. Chris did a great job in that interview, by the way. I mean, that was the only person that was interviewed Hunter. So we can't say that interview was trash or garbage or anything like that, because it wasn't. It provided a lot of insight. And I think a lot of us got a lot of information out of that interview. You know, Hunter's mind and Hunter's state of mind. Was Hunter truthful in all that interview? I don't know. I think there's some discrepancies that need to be addressed. Hopefully Hunter wants to talk more, and he should. Or he just wants to go on with his life and not be bothered. Though, when I sent a inquiry to interview them and talk to them, I clearly left my phone number and contact number and stuff like that. If they didn't want me to contact them, they would have sent me a cease and desist or told me straight up, don't contact us again, don't come to this property ever again, and they haven't done that. So I can't assume that they don't want to talk until I'm told. You know, I'm not a mind reader. So until, if they say do not bother us again or do not contact them again, of course I would never contact them again, and neither should you. If anyone in the Summer Wells case tells you not to contact them ever again, don't contact them again. But there is one thing interesting. We've been at the home of Don and Candace Wells numerous times. Don and Candace Wells knew we were there, but not one of them has ever told us not to go back there or not to stay away or cease and desist, got any legal action. None of them. Matter of fact, the times that we were after we were at that job site of Don Wales, after he told us to come to the job site and then cries, that we're there and hides and everything like that and causes a big scene when he's playing games, Don Wales calls us that night. You would think he would stay away or tell us cease and desist, stay away. He calls us that night and talks to us for like 2 hours and starts rambling about everything. But not one time in that conversation he said, oh, don't contact me again, don't ever come near my job again, nothing. He's just like, let's work together, let's work together, let's work together. So, until I am officially told by an individual not to contact them again, I can't assume that they don't want me around or don't want me to look or don't want me to contact them. And I haven't heard nothing from Allie or Hunter, though Allie is possibly having her own drama with kids taken away. I'm hearing, some things, whether that's true or not, or details. I'm hearing more things about that. I'll try to dig into that a little bit more. I know that Sherry, the grandmother, Hunter's grandmother, was having a lot of issues too, legal issues through the court dockets. I don't know much details on that at this time, but when I find out, I'll let you guys know, and you guys are more than welcome to know. Team Summer all the way. Team JLR, nice. Team JLR. Yeah, so building this channel, new subscribers, jump on board, come on board. I'm going to do lives here on this channel. I want to build this channel up. Never put your eggs in one basket. It's kind of like your daily activities. Like all of us should balance our lives out, with good health, nutrition, religious, if you're religious, work, family, combined. It's like your pie. Your whole life is your pie, right? A big pie. And I know we're passionate about causes, but we have to have balance in life, right? We have to have balance to balance everything in order so we can have a good, nice productive day each day, and something we can feel good about and fulfill, and surround yourself with good people. That's what I've been doing on a daily basis, and we'll continue to do so. Look, I got one of these flowers. I don't know, dandelion. Got dandelions out here. I think that's a dandelion. Is that a sunflower or a dandelion? What is that? Sunflower or what? Walgreens. In your video, previous video a month ago, where you left a flyer on the Walgreens sliding door, the address is 390. Okay, so the Walgreens right by the Sonic there. The Walgreens right by the Sonic. It's the first Walgreens coming back from the swimming hole, from Warriors Path State Park. It's right there at the corner. I wouldn't believe it's Fort McHenry Drive. That Walgreens. That is the Walgreens. That is the Walgreens. There's actually a mountain in the backdrop. Hills, rolling hills, that is, and obviously cities and towns, and Kingsport's big, has multiple Walgreens there. I think there's actually 3 of them there, but that's the one. It's right by the Sonic. So I mean, it's literally across the street from the Sonic. And then you head down the road a little bit, and about a few miles away was that Priceless grocery store. And then from Priceless, Allie lived another couple miles away and stuff like that. So they would go take this route: Walgreens, Sonic, Priceless, Allie's house, whatever like that. I don't know, I never really looked at where the hospital is. Does anyone really ever went to the hospital? But what can you really get out of a hospital? Because it's not like you're gonna go in and say, hey, do you remember grandma in here? Though you never know. See, you never know. The thing about it is, places that we think that we shouldn't go to, or we won't get any information, you'd be surprised that's where you get the information. And none of us has ever went to that hospital emergency room. Imagine going to the emergency room, and obviously we know offhand that we probably won't get any information, but imagine you get a sympathetic nurse that's there and goes, oh, I know that case, I remember grandma that was here, and this has happened, blah, 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 and they start spilling the beans. Not giving private information like medical records, but just talking about behaviors inside the hospital. I remember grandma, she sit over there, and, grandma was sitting there talking on her phone. I remember she was having an argument with Don, like that kind of stuff. And I think that stuff could be important, but no one ever went to the hospital. Nobody ever did any like fact checking at the hospital or any investigative work at the hospital to find out, what was grandma's behavior at the hospital. Or was she with anybody there? Was she on her phone there? What was their behaviors? Nobody ever did it. Why not? I guess I'll have to down the line. Maybe. Maybe. So everyone have a beautiful day. I am signing off. I've been on here for a half hour. Justice for Summer Wells. Still no proof. So we're hearing, somebody was mentioning a different Walgreens. The Walgreens is right by the Sonic there. It's right by Warriors Pass State Park. When you leave Warrior Pass State Park, it's a fine line, pretty much straight road all the way to the intersection there, and it's right there. It's right there. You actually have to cross the street, go around that drive-through, and then recross the street and hit the Sonic. I made videos about it. I made the videos there. I made the videos at the Sonic. I actually talked to a Sonic employee when I was there. The Sonic employee, went out and asked the Sonic employee, "Can I hang a picture of Summer on their window there?" And they were like, no. They didn't say no. They were like, they got to ask permission through corporate or something like that, before they can put the sign up, which is, I find odd, because that was one of the last places Summer was at. You would think that anyone would be welcoming to put a missing person flyer. But if that's the case, if you got one missing person, then the next missing person will put the flyer there. Next thing you know, Sonic will be saturated with missing people. And I don't think, missing people flyers, and I don't think they would want that. I don't think that, that would be kind of like, graffiti all over the, building. Though, you follow what I mean? I don't mean that as, disrespect. I'm just saying, like, a bunch of missing people all over our business and stuff like that. I don't know if that's bad business or whatever like that. Don't know. Other than that, nothing new on, we'll see if Don Wells gets out. Like Tim Mullins claimed, Don goes in front of Judge Ross. Don goes in front of Judge Ross sometime within the next 30 days. So he put that out like 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks, in the next 2 weeks, we'll see if Don Wells goes in front of Judge Ross and he gets his sentence reduced, or he's at the end of his sentence. But remember, people, when Don Wells does get out, he has no more probation. He has no more outstanding charges at this time. So he's a free man. Don Wells is a free man. He doesn't have to report to anybody. He can do what he wants when he wants. The only thing I know that is he doesn't have a license for a year. And I made a video before saying that, who's going to drive Don Wells around to the job? Is Candace going to do it? Though someone commented and said a very good point that I didn't realize at the time. Don Wells could very much get one of those work exemption permits or whatever like that. I guess each state has its own rules in reference to that, but if you had your driver's license suspended, you can apply for a work driver's license specifically to go to work and back. And so Don, I believe in the state of Tennessee, you can do that. So it's most likely Don will probably do that if he stays in Tennessee and he wants to work. And if he does work, we don't know if he's going to work. We don't know if he's going to get hired. We don't know if he has a job lined up. According to Richard Tucker Drywall, the drywall guy that he was, previously working for, he got fired. But it doesn't mean he can't get rehired. But you would think that, Tucker, as good as Don Wells is at his job, that he doesn't want to deal with that hassle or headache, or liability with Don Wells working there, considering that who knows if Don Wells gets charged. And remember, if Don Wells does get charged with anything in reference to Summer, the employer, whoever's hired Don Wells at the time of being charged, it's going to most likely be in the spotlight. The news is going to say Don Wells worked here, and it's going to put a negative spotlight on that employer, whoever that may be. So I don't think any employer would want that problem. If Don Wells, for instance, okay, let me give you a case in point. So if Don Wells gets arrested for doing something this summer or something to do with the boys, and he gets, he's obviously, anything that he does gets the news. He's plastered all over the news for, say child abuse or child neglect, whatever, murder of Summer, disposing her body, whatever. The media is going to hound that employer, whoever Don works for comment. And that employer, probably doesn't want to deal with that. Doesn't even know, unless Don Wells, is under the radar and some people are just ignorant and don't know about the Summer Wells case, and Don Wells gets out of jail and then he just goes around and tries to find a job and someone hires him without really knowing who he is. A lot of times employers are just looking for job, tough economic times, they need employers and they're just like hiring anyone. And they hire Don without really knowing he's the Don Wells. You follow what I mean? And then Don Wells starts working for them, and then it gets out where they work, and then this employee's like, oh my God, who did I hire? Oh my God, and it's a big headache for them. So with that, Don Wells doesn't have to explain who he is, but you would think he should, out of, respect for the employee, if he tries to get a job, and reveal who he is to these employers and say, hey, look, my name's Don Wells. There's a lot of negative stuff written about me online. A lot of people making thousands of YouTube videos about me. They're thinking I'm involved with my daughter's disappearance, but really I'm not. Can you hire me anyway? Do you think the employer's gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll hire you. You're a good worker. Oh yeah, you got 30 years in the drywall business. Yeah, we'll hire you. No problem. And then next thing you know, his name's plastered, or even the employee's name's plastered, and the employee's like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? Wasn't worth it. I hired Don Wells at what cost? So who would hire Don Wells? Or does he just work for himself somehow? And then, then it's up to these people that hire him for jobs to hire him. Gosh, it's so beautiful and breezy out here. It just feels really, really good, on a hot day. One of the benefits of living on the bay is that it's hot inland, but like right here, it's just the breeze. And I'm facing west, so what's cool is sunsets come out right there. I get to watch a different sunset every day. Every day the sunset is directly, on the water, and it just illuminates on the water. It's just so beautiful, but it's breezy. It's like a relief from the hot. It's humid here in Florida. It's upper 90s. It's tough. And let me tell you something. We were looking at another missing case. I'm gonna just jump on another missing case, by the way. You guys got to put out the image there of Paola Miranda. Paola Marie Miranda Rosa, 31 years old. She went missing right before Christmas, December 18th, 2021. She was out there. She went for a swim, a walk. She was seen, not a swim, but she was seen in the waters by a video, someone taking a video in these waters in the state park, and she just vanished. And, we've been covering this case. It's not getting a lot of media exposure. Reason being, at the beginning, it got a lot of media exposure. But, people assume since they saw her in the water that an alligator ate her, or that she got, hi, nerdy girl, how are you? Nice to see you. People assume she got eaten by an alligator, case closed, okay? Well, the parents, I spoke to her mother, gave me an exclusive interview. I talked to her best friend. I talked to her cousin. Months ago, I interviewed her sister. They don't believe an alligator got Paola. They think that there's some sort of foul play or kidnapping, because she parked like 2 miles from the road, from where she was seen in the water, and inside her car was her car keys. Inside her car was her wallet. Inside the car was her cell phone, sandals, and they were like, yo, like, if you went to a park, would you leave all that in the car and walk 2 miles to a location and start swimming, and then walk 2 miles back to your car without locking your door and leaving anything in the car? It just seems improbable. It seems more like she actually went to the river with her stuff and then came back to her car, and then something happened in that parking lot. So her parents are very upset. You got to follow this case. Follow Chronicles of Olivia, who is my friend. She does video editing, and she does documentaries on missing people. She was with us. She put it together. Go to her channel. Bullhorn Betty was there. Bullhorn Betty got some stuff on this. It's a mystery, because her family feel there was more to it. It's not a case closed, and they're not happy with the results. They're not happy with the results. And they're pissed off at the police department for not being open and transparent. They're not getting any answers. They got to pound the police every day or every other day with information. They're not getting it. So that's why I'm sticking with that case too, because the parents are not satisfied. There's no evidence of an alligator attack. You would think if an alligator attacks someone, which is very rare, by the way, you got a better chance of being struck by lightning than getting bitten by an alligator. Like, it's like one attack a year in Florida when it comes to alligators. And you would be some sort of evidence, whether it's ripped clothing, fingernails, hair, DNA, something, blood that they detected, something, screams, people heard something, and there was nothing. And I don't even think alligators were in that water where she was seen, because I went there and it's a constant flow, and it was crystal clear. It's brackish water. I just don't think it. I don't think it at all. Okay, so subscribe to this channel. Keep tuned. I will be back on this channel very, very soon. I'll probably do a live later. I'm going to try to boost up this channel. That is the goal. boost up this channel. If you want to help and support, subscribe to this channel and help me boost it up. We're gonna get thousands of followers on here, subscribers, and we are going to focus on Summer Wells, and we're gonna focus on other missing people. That's why the video, or that's why my channel is Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates, because I investigate. I actually do the calls, and I actually interview the people, and I actually do boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. No, I'm wearing sneakers. Sneakers on the ground. Boots on the ground, sneakers on the ground. We're on the ground. And we're doing more Summer Wells stuff very, very, very soon. I can't tell you exactly when because of safety and security reasons. But we are doing it, reporting. And I thank every one of you out there that, send me information and tips. I will leave my email in the description of this video. You can email me at any time with any tips or information in reference to Summer Wells. Some of you guys have some good insight. I got some good insight about Don Wells' employer, Richard Tucker. We'll share that later too. So see you guys soon. Justice for Summer Wells. Thank you for spending the time of listening to me and believing in my work. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you came here, so it does mean something, and hopefully I provide that information. And then you want to hear my thoughts, considering that I've been to that area 4 or 5 times. I don't know offhand. Been to that area 4 or 5 times. I've done probably more extensive work than most people you've seen that is covering the Summer Wells case. And I know a lot. And if any content creators want to get me on their shows, I'm more than willing to come on to other people's panels and let's discuss. It's open forums, and let's discuss about the case. So hopefully some of you guys reach out to me. I would more than be glad to come onto your channel and we can talk about the case, because I want to keep her name out there, and I want to provide any insight that I have that maybe you guys can go off of. So all right, God bless. Justice for Summer Wells. See you guys soon. See you next time. Subscribe.